Hey everybody, is this even working? Does it even work? I have no idea. Who can know? Welcome everybody reporting for duty. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Back to the action. Is this even working? There's no way to even tell. Is the sound synced? I took the camera stupid thing off for a little bit. I didn't feel like going backwards again and again and again. Is this working okay? Is it right? Does it sound good? My back feels good. Welcome. Welcome. Welcome, everybody. Reporting for duty. Reporting for duty. Major General. Brigadier General. Reminds me of Full Metal. Welcome, everybody. What's up, Bleach? Good horse. Yo, how you doing? New contacts. See even worse than with broken glasses. Apparently, there was an error made. So, it's pretty good. Welcome, Macro. Yo. What is up? I need some sun. Back from the road for a few days. Took a few days off just to dry out. Few weeks off, few months off to dry out, and now I'm back for some action today and tomorrow, and then hitting the road again on Monday for another big one. It's definitely going to be a big one. Another big one. Welcome, everybody. There's too much to talk about, and I have a new rocking chair. Damn. Welcome. Welcome. It's been a minute. Where do I even begin? Other than having a nice one. Where do I even begin? So many weeks of topics that have been unweighed on, which is just the worst, which is the worst case scenario. But whatever. Thick contacts, long. They feel, I don't know what it is. I can't see anything at a medium distance. It's very strange. Right now, it's not that bad. Actually, it's pretty good right now. But if something is 3 feet away from me or more than 3 feet, I'm gonna need glasses. So I have to see what the deal is. Welcome, everybody. Thanks for coming by. My gosh. Where do I even begin? At the beginning? What is the beginning? What is the first estate? What's our first estate? No one even knows anymore because we're in captivity. How does anybody even know? We're in captivity. We're in a zoo. We're in a prison. People know that by now, don't they? So I don't even know where to start. I didn't know I had a sort of an auto exposure on here. I guess I always have. We have plenty of things. I have plenty of silly things on here that are insane. But I got my document on the topics. Well, I've been muted for how many minutes? I specifically click to make sure that the spacebar hit doesn't mute anything. And yet I'm muted when I look back up. How does that happen? That's crazy. I was just rambling about topics, about how I don't even know where to begin. And I don't even want to talk about the stock market. Won't even talk about the stock market. That's beyond my sphere of influence. Friggin' stocks. That's all stock. It's stock. It's just stock. It's just stock. So I don't even know. The best thing to do is just to start off with Ham Birdler because he's got the beans. Thanks for the 20 bones, pal. CIA as a time machine. The proof is in SIDS Babies are weak, but sudden death. Okay. And JFK's head just did that. Okay. And when's the best time? Okay. So we got a little bit of okay here. When's the best time to love someone? This is this is too crazy to keep going. Hey, thanks so much for that, pal. I don't know anything about the CIA. Hey, what's up, Athena? How's it going? I don't know anything about time machines. I don't know that. Listen, if time machines were real, the world would already be destroyed. That's the way I feel. You think they wouldn't be using them to absolute Armageddon since before you were born? Excuse me. I think that's crazy. A time machine is crazy. I think it's crazy. I'll just take that as a serious question. You know? Yo, Negrito, tenfold. Thanks for the 10 bones, pal. Greetings. Thanks for coming in here and starting it off with a little bit of coins. I really appreciate it. Nintendo? Anyone like Nintendo? You know my opinion. Can someone bring up the Twitch clip? What would it take? 15, 20 hours? It'd be impossible to do. I've always hated Nintendo. I don't know when I started, but the Switch, I like the Switch, and I had a lot of fun with Breath of the Wild and whatever Zeldas and all that. The Switch was rather good, but the loading screens ruins the whole experience. The loading screens ruins the whole experience. How slow the console, you can't even switch games. It takes, it's like a 800 millisecond latency on every input. And on the store, you got 5,000 millisecond latency. The only thing I can say to that is they're Japanese. Test Tube Freak, what's up? Thanks for the 20 bones, pal. If time machines were real, we'd already have the diary of Leo. Yeah, Leo Frank. Remember that? That was a joke that I've had in my pocket for many, many years, but I wasn't going to be that guy. What am I going to start talking about the birth of the ADL and all that? Like I'm there. I'm there doing that. Nah, let someone else do that. Let someone else. That's above my pay grade to talk about them too much, honestly. But I've been a fan of old Leo for many years, ever since, I don't know. I don't even know when I learned about that, but I'm not even going to bother. I'm not even going to bother talking about that. I like the Switch. I was excited for the Switch 2 until I heard about the cartridges with no games on them. I thought that was a very interesting decision. And considering my trust in gigantic military corporations is at an all-time low, I really don't trust Nintendo to even supply me with a game. I don't even trust an internet service provider to keep me hooked up to the internet. If games really, really are not included on the Nintendo hardware, then I'm just not. I can't buy it. Like I really can't. I'll take my chances with Steam, but I buy all my games on Good Old Games. You keep a damn archive of them. So I really can't trust Nintendo. I just can't. If the game isn't on the cartridge, then you're better off just retiring from playing Nintendo games. And it means nothing. Hey, I'll play Metroid on Switch 1. That's crap. It doesn't matter. Game prices don't mean anything to me. If they were $100, they would still be worth it. If they were like Breath of the Wild, I know there's toil and some junk in that loading screens. I would say, what do you think? What percentage of Breath of the Wild is a loading screen? Like 15%, 20%? That's a lot. That means you spent 20 hours in a loading screen or something like that. So, I mean, you could always have your games taken away on Steam. I get that. That's why I only buy games on Steam if I absolutely need to. And by that, I mean, I don't know, if we want to play Silent Hill or Resident Evil 4 or whatever the Star Trek game, there's like Resurgence or something. It kind of looked like we'd have some fun with it, but I don't want to start talking about games. My brain isn't really good enough to play a game. Not exactly quite yet. But I will just let everybody know straight up. It means nothing, but I cannot buy a game cartridge without a game on it. Like I cannot do it. I cannot do it. Even if I want to, I can't. It's like a D&D alignment. I cannot pay a Japanese company for game keys on a physical cartridge with no game. Like I wouldn't be able to do it. You get it? And it's not because I'm too cool. I just wouldn't be able to do it. I can't do it. I'll retire from Nintendo games. I don't care. No one should care. There's enough games on good old games. You don't even need Steam. You don't need Steam. All you need is good old games. You don't even need Steam. It's a Japanese company. I'm not taking any shit from no Japanese company. Get out of here. That's crap. So you get it. Nintendo should die. Nintendo should die. Except Nintendo's bigger than the Japanese government. You didn't know that? Nintendo is its own nation. Nintendo is a nation state. It's so big. It cannot be killed. But I will not pay them for game keys. I've been playing on Nintendo cartridges for my entire life. I'm not going to start buying digital game keys. I'm not doing it. I rather buy Nintendo tarot cards from the 1800s. You guys remember when Nintendo was selling tarot cards in like 1880 or something like that? You guys remember that? They've been around for 200 years. Isn't that crazy? They've been around for 300 years. Sad. I mean, who doesn't look forward to Metroid? Except that I don't look forward to Metroid Prime. That was 20 years ago. That was 25 years ago. I don't look forward to Metroid Prime. There is no Metroid Prime release for the Switch 1, therefore Nintendo is deceased. Nintendo's deceased. Nintendo's dead. No, I'm not doing that. I'll play Metroid Prime 1 and be happy with it. I'll play Metroid Dread. I got the cartridge. It's the best. What's this? More? Oh, you guys are good. Hold on a second here. What's the most recent one? Hold on a second. Let me... Okay. Dude, this thing is screwing me. Okay, we got you. Hey, Jake Snake, thanks for the 25 bones, pal. Yo, Charles, I was just promoted, but it looks like I'm getting promoted again because someone in our office got busted for, say, sexual-related matter. Do you ever feel uneasy when something like this, good, bad, falls in your lap? I don't know. That's never happened. That's too bad it's too bad people are getting sexy at your work. Oh, nice, man. Nintendo playing cards? Okay, Switch 2 trailer. We should play it. Will I get busted if I play anything on here? I am still waiting for Robotech for Ultra 64. Anybody remember those days? I'll pull out... I can't. The shelf will probably come down. I got old Game Fan magazines in there, pre-N64 release. I could pull out when it was Ultra 64. We could look at Battletech or Robotech. Remember those days? You don't remember those days? I do. I'm just not. But we should. The trailer, nothing is exciting. I can't even watch anything to do with games. It just means nothing. What is there to be excited about? Nothing. So hey, congratulations on the promotion. Just keep praying, keep thinking, keep feeling how you feel if you were at your best at 100%. Keep visualizing that. You have to. Thanks again. Yo, Pig Dog, what's up, player? Hey, thanks for the 20 bones. R.I.P. Austin Metcalf. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, should we warm up the stream for an hour before we get into that, or jump right into it? Thanks for that. I'm looking forward to talking about that. Absolutely. Thanks so much for that. What's up? Yo, Can Doozy. Thanks for the 10 bones, pal. God bless you, Charles. Hey, thanks. What's your favorite film of the 2020s so far? I don't know. I don't think I've seen any new ones in the 2020s. I think The Northman is an anomaly that we won't see again for a long time. Is that with Nads? Is Mr. Nads in that one? I didn't see it. I haven't seen any new movies for more than 5 years. Excuse me. I'm pretty sure I'm accurate. I hate movies. I absolutely hate movies. No, Northman, I won't watch it. Maybe it's cool, but what is it? What is it? A ritual? Someone gets skinned and have their guts offered to the devil? Someone get hanged from a tree, get their eyes taken out, sacrificing yourself for fallen angel knowledge? Is that happening? It? Whoa! I don't even feel like seeing that shit anymore. Am I right? Even remotely? Was that a relatively accurate guess? I have no idea. Anyone else have juice coming out of their lungs and nose for friggin' 6 months? What's this? Okay, that's Pig Dog. Yo, Jeb Jebson, what's up, pal? Thanks for the 20 bones, pal. I feel like the subscription craze is downstream of the major issue. Engineers being worried their creation will make their future jobs obsolete. Okay. No one wants to do something good for humanity's sake anymore. There you go. I would agree. I think everyone is pushed into replacing themselves, or that's just how our Nimrod system progresses. Who knows? I try not to predict obsolescence. However, I am excited for some game developers being obsolete. And the Hollywood system. The only good thing about the technology that we're seeing right now is a barrier to entry to making a film or a video game will be drastically reduced, and you won't have to go through the system and all that stuff just to get a green light for anything. Now you could use AI to prototype and all that, but I'm not going to sit here and start proselytizing AI. But there are some good things there are a lot of developers and filmmakers who do deserve to be jobless. Absolutely. So I am excited for that. Of course, it's easy to make myself jobless also. I throw all my notes in an AI, make an accurate simulation of myself, even against my will. And I could put myself out of job doing that, you know? Yeah, Hollywood is done. Good horse. But you cannot be afraid. There's no sense being afraid of these things. There's no sense being afraid. But I am happy that Ubisoft is being annihilated. I have not been praying for the destruction, but I've been looking forward to the destruction after Ansel was forced into retirement. So I wouldn't mind seeing all those people without a job, though I'm not serious about that because I don't like seeing anybody without a job. I'm only just cracking wise. But I do look forward to the annihilation of big video game systems and the Hollywood system. I really do look forward to it. But just don't ever be afraid. Just don't. You can only pray. That's the only power you have. The power to be afraid is something that is bestowed by subhuman lesser forms, spirits in the air, infect you with those things. It's not the natural human condition. It's not the natural human condition of the apex predator of the realm, though apparently we're not the apex predator of this realm. So maybe it is a natural state. I don't know. But the unseen monsters. Well, let me put it this way: they're not above us on the chain. It's just the deception, and with the help of our rulers, their powers are bolstered invisibly. So, if everyone was aware of the unseen demon layer, then it'd be very easy to banish them to hell if mankind was united in prayer and worship and proper worship. It'd be very, very easy to defeat all evil and all the prince of the power of the air. It'd be very easy to defeat all of those minions if people were awake. They're not, though, and they never will be. They never will be. Don't hold your breath. You got to do you. There are many people that'll go down to the pit. Just make sure it's not you or yours. It's the only thing that matters. Trust me, there are many going to the pit. Just make sure it's no one in here. Neon Recording, thanks for the 20 bones, pal. What to do with a creative mind besides making things for yourself to enjoy? Making things for other people to enjoy. Excuse me, juice. Is it a good thing or bad thing that essentially everyone has the ability to make music and upload it right next to the legends on Spotify, oversaturated? I don't know. It has to be a good thing. A low barrier to entry. You could argue it's good or bad. I don't know. You have to scream like a banshee just to dislodge some fluid in your... It's so sad. I think a low barrier to entry is essential. Look how difficult it is to get hired by a studio and make games, or to make a game, or to get hired by a studio, contracted, or make a movie. It's impossible. In your lifetime, it's impossible, because the demographic, the majority demographic, the most talented demographic is already marked for death, even since before you wanted to even make games. That's just how it is. Breaking down barriers to entry is ultimately good, Leech. It absolutely is. The high barrier to entry means that the medium is so influential, the rulers are afraid of anybody having any influence. That's outside of people who've been molested. You guys get it. It's good to warm up with this stuff, and then we'll jump right into Democide. You guys get it, right? But it's good. Oversaturation, I don't know. I think oversaturation with the bums is the thing. Does this sound worse or better? I got to take the filters off on. Let me take isotope off. Does this sound okay? I'm hearing music, so I don't want everyone hearing that. Excuse me. Is this good? Yo, Art Chad, how you doing? What's up? Did I say something fun or what? No, barrier to entry is the worst thing. It's how you know that your rulers are afraid when the barrier to entry is so high. It means they're afraid of good people being influential. Little hum in the back now. Should I put it back? There's someone bumping some music. More sound. One day I'll have the sound right. It takes like 10 years if you've ever done this before. Sometimes it takes like 10 years to get your sound okay. Oh, nice, Art Chad. Oh, Toronto is good. Toronto is good as hell. Welcome. Audio is okay. It sucks. Okay, how about this? I'm putting isotope back on. Can you guys hear music? Is this better? Doing sound again? Sound's more important than the video. My sound's broken forever, for my whole life. I like to make a good impression for new viewers. Except I'm too stupid to care. Clug, I see. Where? Give him a. Is that you? Where are you? You sure that's him? That the right one? I'm getting better at this. I can do things on the fly now. Where'd the things go? Yo, Zier, thanks for the 5 bones, pal. God bless you. Thanks so much. Jake, okay, I got you. Okay, got you. Yo, Jake Delirio, thanks for the 3 months, pal. Smooth Skin, thanks for the 6 months, pal. That's nice. Jonathan, did I do it right? I did it right? Did I do it right? Jake, wait. Jonathan, thanks for the 15 bones, pal. What are your thoughts on BAP book? I bet it's classic. My eyesight's too bad. I gotta rip into it. I know you are very critical of philosophy. I don't know. I'm critical of nihilism, and I don't associate him with nihilism. And I'm not knowledgeable enough about philosophers to distinguish who's a nihilist or who's not. I just make it up and get to something true, even if it's on false, even if it's on twisted pretense or something. You know what I'm saying? I have no time. I'm reading philosophy. I bet it would benefit me. I probably would. I'd rather just be be a pioneer and do it the hard way. Also, animated Black Spider-Man movies were good. Okay. I mean, Spider-Man animated in the 90s was good as hell. Spider-Man animated was very good. I remember. Was it Doogie Howser doing the voice? So that's how I feel about philosophy and all that. But I'm sure that there is some good stuff. I'd rather read high literature. I'd rather read high fiction. Honestly. Just dipping. Thanks. Jake Snake. Wow, man. This is not even smoking. So hard to get out. Jake Snake, let me look at you up here. As an amateur musician, every big label like Sony got scared shitless when indies realized satanic Billie Eilish made a hit because her brother made a hit with her just on software. I don't know what happened. Are they any good? I don't know. An AI probably made all their music and they just take credit for it. Now that's just a conspiracy theory, you know. I have no idea. That's just what I assume from the top. And usually my assumptions are correct. What do you think about that? All these people don't even make their own music. They probably just have an AI make it for them. What do you think about that? There we go. Nice. It's a good way to start things off. That's nice. So I would put that forth. For a little bit. Where are we here? There's some people in here now. We've been warming up for a bit. Maybe we should start with the news. You guys have been. It's nice when there's a little bit of generosity right at the beginning of the stream. It usually sets the stage. Really appreciate that. That's how I feel. brought out early on. Indie going mainstream through labels. Oh, they get sucked into labels. It's just considering the experience that John Mouse has with a label. I think labels are bad, and self-distribution is truly it. Labels are not good. What are you gonna sign up with Rockefeller? The only good label used to be Is Nothing with freaking Filter and Marilyn Manson when they were doing guitar and bass for Trent Reznor back in the early Nine Inch Nails days. I think Nothing records used to be the best, but then again, Trent Reznor's crucifying monkeys in his music videos, so I'm not exactly sure I would call him a regular individual. All those guys are devil worshippers. That's just how it works. If you don't worship the devil, you don't get signed on to a big label. That's just how it works. That's just how it works. What can you do? But there's so much in the news. Where do you even start with? Where do you even start? I guess the best one. Oh, wait, hold on a second here. Paranoid's in here. Paranoid syntax error, thanks to the 10 bones. How do you compare Morrowind, where the player is reincarnated to get revenge on his backstabbing wife and a mad god who uses technology from a tribe erased from history, to the current game slop? Is that the story? Is that the story for Morrowind? I know the mad god and the technology. What's the song? That song makes me freak out. The song the guy made. I don't remember. My brain got reset or something. I don't remember the lines. How can you kill a god? Or what was it? No, that's crazy, man. It looks like I should be looking forward to the Morrowind remaster. Probably. I don't think I can handle Morrowind right now the way it is. It'd be like trying to play Tomb Raider. There's no chance I would have the patience to do one level. There's almost no chance. That's just how it is. I'm just being honest. I would have to freaking, I don't know. I would have to do a few rounds of niacin. Oh, dude, I'm gonna lose it. Wow, that's heavy. All right, Chad, thanks for the 5 bones. Who's the purest A-list artist, actor? Any reverence for someone specific? Not really. I think they're all freaks without exception. But I like David Lynch. I liked him, but again, his movies were questionable. The content in his movies was a bit questionable. Coors Light, thanks for the gifted membership. Man, Morrowind. So I don't know. An A-list, I just don't believe any of them are clean. Not even one. In the A-list, Bam Margera, yeah, he's classic art. I don't know if, I guess he was A-list at a time, but he got thrown out of his own creation. Look how it is. Look how it is. You create CKY, you create Jackass and all that. Next thing you know, you get thrown out by a guy with an interesting tattoo. It must not be easy. Mel, I don't know, man. He's a triple A-lister. You can't become a triple A-lister unless you were initiated under the pyramids or something like that. It's not possible. It's not possible to have that much influence and be a regular guy. It's not possible. It's not possible. Yo, Kairos Watch, welcome, man. How you doing? Thanks for the 20 bones, pal. What's going on there, big man? Glad to see you well. Hey, thanks so much for that. Nice to see you. Recently, I've been a little overwhelmed by time and all the negativity everywhere. That's a good point. Remind me on that, because we're gonna get to the bottom of that, because I refuse to contribute to negativity, even though I've been my share. Either way, I recently started dosing iodine. It really cleared my mind. Really? I'm afraid, I'm nervous about my thyroid and all that. People swear by it. I hear you. It's just be careful. Like you have to be monitoring your thyroid. But that's great. That sounds great. Low 7, thanks for the 20 bones, pal. Chuck, in my wallow of self-doubt these past few years, I've read a bit of the Bible and Lama Yeshe's books on Vajrayana Buddhism. Then I started reading a bit of Evola's works. It's some serious stuff I recommend. I hear you. I've heard a lot. I've heard a lot on some stuff. Yeah, but the focus on negativity. It's good in the document right now, Bleach. It's freaking essential. But I've been sort of less addled lately, so I'm a little bit more with it, which is good. I refuse to be crazy. I'm just tired of it. You get tired of it. The focus on negativity is a big reason why I haven't been weighing in on a lot of these topics. You know? Yeah, pulling the Hunter Thompson stuff. Oh, you remember the Franklin stuff? Yeah, it's not a topic I've always refused to speak about because it's so grotesque. But I remember Johnny Gosh and Nick Gannon, Nick Bowser. Yeah, that stuff was a freak out. But you can say anything about anybody. It's just hard. It's hard. Just don't let yourself get demoralized by anything. But I hear you on that stuff. But the focus on negativity, it's been so hard. I mean, I had some wisecracks about vigilante justice and all that, but are you for real, horse teeth? That you taking the blue? I just cannot I cannot contribute to negativity. Therefore, I am the only one in the entire realm with a real take on anything at all. I'm not afraid. I'm not boasting. I can boast, though. Yeah, you've been getting your cortisol spiked? I got one of those thrown at me a few days ago. It really had me jonesing. I love that so much. No, Gannon, the CIA guy, supposed to be Johnny Gosh, right? Nick Gannon. On this is going back some years. This is some heavy stuff. I don't really want to go into that stuff. It's too heavy. I don't think you don't benefit from knowing any of that stuff. Could all just be demoralization. But we should start with the track meet. I think we have to. You cannot allow yourself to be demoralized by witchcraft online. You absolutely cannot. You absolutely cannot, and I refuse to contribute to it because I'm actually better than that. And so is everybody here. So are the people that view my things. I've been pretty up on not demoralizing people, even when I'm at my worst. But I find it very interesting that these things were happening with this Metcalf and all that. Bleach, should I be? I'll just ramble. If you think I should play a video, let me know. Let me know in the document. I'll put it on because I can only juggle one thing at a time. But a sort of a stabbing at a track meet and all that, and everyone here knows the details and all this stuff. I don't know. First of all, sounds crazy, but you don't even know if it happened. You don't even know if these people are real. And I know that's not the most popular take, but you have to start there. Your first assumption is that all news is fabricated and witchcraft. That should be your first assumption, or you're an idiot. It should be your first assumption. Just like the dad coming out and making apologies for the alleged murderer. That is also demoralization. There's no father in the universe that would do that without a gun pointed at him. Therefore, it's demoralization. Therefore, it's witchcraft because you don't know it. Don't people know that? Could be AI. Could be actors. You've seen it before in certain school catastrophes. Guys that are laughing. right on the camera. Dude, they're actors. They're actors. They're actors. The world is a stage. Do you think Francis Bacon was kidding about that? So, these things happening, just for the sake of conversation, we're going to assume that these things did happen. For the sake of conversation, for the sake of getting to the bottom of these things. Don't let me spit in my coffee, please. Okay. A lot of people got a problem with blacks, right? The same old deal ever since the 60s, right? It's like spy versus spy, black versus white. Blacks got a problem with whites, whites got a problem with blacks. Oh, wow. That's a new one. It goes deeper than that. It goes deeper than violence or genetics or IQ. First of all, if you made if you made gangster rap illegal, then 90% of the problems in the black community would go away. If you started pumping 311 in the ghetto and forced them to listen to that instead of gangster rap and all that stuff, everything that promotes, it's the music that's responsible for this. And I hear that's also not a popular take. That's definitely not a popular take, to say that people don't have an accountability or they're not inherently violent or something like that. What am I? That's not an easy case to argue these days, though you may see evidence of it in everything you see. I have never had any problems with blacks until this year. I was out a few months ago and there was a black guy that wanted to fight me. That's the first time in my life that a black guy has ever wanted to fight me. So I knew things were going to start getting very ugly. And if I didn't walk away from that, he would have ended up getting dragged by a pickup truck. And I was not going to allow that to happen. I walked away from that one. I didn't want to see him get killed. So that's the first time. Therefore, it's going to get very bad. It's going to get dangerous for whites. And as you see, do I even need to say that? Look in the news, assuming it's real. You know what I'm saying? I knew things were going to get very, very dangerous for people. I told this to people years ago. When people start having a problem with me or coming for me, things are about to get dangerous for everybody. So, you could say blacks this, that. You could say ghetto this, that. You could say rap. Okay, I'll say it. I don't care. Women and children are more susceptible to witchcraft. Blacks are more susceptible to ghetto rap. Sorry. It's the truth. Of course, they've been kept at the back of the bus for an entire century, and they still don't know it. They're used as a military weapon. Your problem isn't with blacks, it's with the government. Black people are not your problem. It's the government's problem. It's not your problem. It's the government's problem. It's their problem. It's not yours. It's not the collective white community is all of a sudden has to freaking start, doing this and that. That's not the truth. It's the government's problem. It's just blacks get a heavier dose of MK Ultra. They get a heavier dose of being molested by stepfathers and aunts and stuff like that. Way 95% more than anybody else. Well, Hispanics have even a higher rape percentage, so I'm sure it's the same with Hispanics. This is a very nuanced topic. If we're talking about MK Ultra and we're talking about the raped, it's not natural. Soldiers are made. They're not born. Soldiers are made, not born. Blacks are made into soldiers by the music, by being molested, by being shafted and this and that. And, you know, I know affirmative action and all that, blah, 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 blah. This is a topic that's, you'd have to write a book about it. So it's not easy to cover. I'm covering it though. Did that clip or did it mute? That's how it works. The violence thing that happened at that school, where did it happen? Guess whose problem that is? That's the university's problem. You know how you solve that? You know how you solve the knife violence from the blacks at the schools? You know what you do? You pull your children out of the school program, you boycott the sports, and you bankrupt the school. That's how you solve it. You don't have to crusade against blacks for the rest of your life. You bankrupt the school by pulling your children out of the sports program and destroying the school. That's how you do it. You could talk about segregation, I guess, but I don't think I'm not going to sit up here and start talking about segregation. I played In the Heat of the Night on Twitch years ago, which is good. I mean, I understand the subversive commie cocksucking that comes out of Hollywood. I like Rod Steiger. I like Sidney Poitier. In the Heat of the Night is very good. I play that on Twitch for everyone here. I didn't censor any of the words in it. One day I'll get a medal for that. One day I'll get a medal for doing a public service. The violence that's happening right now is intentional. It's not blacks. It's the government and the military and the schools that force this. What happened there wasn't black on white violence. It was democide. It was being murdered by your own government. People get that yet? Do I have to be the only one in the realm to say that? The only one in the world to say that? Because I am the only one in the world to be saying this. Am I the only one with the balls to say this? Am I the only one? Anyone else have the balls to go on that realm-wide preach? Apparently so. I'm the only one. Because if you want to argue that blacks are violent and segregation, all that, dude, you better be sending me fucking $1 million a month if you want me to be spitting that horse shit out. It's above my pay grade. You guys get it? The best part is that I'm not wrong on this. You know why? Because I'm never wrong. That's the thing with me. I'm never wrong. I have a curse like Cassandra. Call it Cassandro's curse. I have a gift of prophecy and all that stuff that no one will believe until it happens. Very much Greek cursed. That's fine with me. I'm not going to cry about it, though I have. But that is the gist of those things. You can hate the inmates. Go ahead, hate the inmates. You'll only be fighting in the prison yard. No one ever gets the guards or the warden, though, do they? No, they don't. Only the other inmates. Me? I don't fight other inmates. I refuse to fight other inmates. I refuse to fight other inmates. I won't do it. Anybody get this? If I have to be the only one in the world that says it, then so be it. That's why I'm the best. Negativity, I refuse. I'm going to sit there and visualize what it would be like to have a son murdered and all this stuff. And of course, you know, I did say that I would set someone on fire and crucify him if it happened, of course. That's only natural and logical. But you can't stay on that because it only leads to hate. You turn into freaking, you know, the Sith Lord. You turn into Darth Malak. Remember Darth Malak from KOTOR? God, those are the days. I would never fight an inmate. Do you know why? When you fight another inmate, all you get is more time. Don't you get it? Great. What's up, man? When you fight the inmates, you only get more time. As I've said in the past, the only one in the world to ever say it, you can't fight fire with fire. It doesn't work like that. How do you fight masters of fire with fire? You can't do it. It's not possible. You get it? If I have to be the only one, then I will. You guys get it? I might be cursed like Cassandra, but I also have invulnerable rhetoric. But that you have to be very careful with. You have to be even more careful with that because it's very dangerous. Revan, that's right, Malik and Revan. Oh, yes. Remember, KOTOR 1. I beat KOTOR, never beat Shenmue because the game sucks dick. KOTOR was good, I beat that. That's a good game. The Japanese can't make good games. That's not a popular topic. Let's go back to that. Let's see if I need any. Did I cover this whole thing? Did I cover this whole track meet or what? Did I cover it? There's more. There's a tiny bit more. Go ahead. You can fight blacks. Go ahead. You fighting blacks, you're hating blacks all the while. You got stuff sprayed in the air. You got 5G towers getting put up. You get the food supply being poisoned. You get all different kinds of experimentation. All the while you're being murdered while you're sitting there hating blacks. What about that? Anyone else going to tell you that? Getting taxed to death in 15,000 ways, getting poisoned in insane ways that don't even happen in hell. All the while you're like, there's blacks, they grew up, they're born violent, man. That's a great position. Next thing you know, you're getting microwaved and your food is, your lifespan's reduced by 20 years. You guys get it? You get how it works? But you can never relax around strangers. It doesn't matter if they're black or white. Michael Jackson said it best. He said, kick me and then something else. He also said, it doesn't matter if you're black or white. And in many ways, it's the truth. It's not just propaganda. And it's not just a Masonic little friggin' handshake. It's the truth. You can never relax around strangers. Doesn't matter what they look like. You turn your back on a stranger, you're in danger. Doesn't matter if they're black or white. Get it? Now, I'll tell you, I think I put this whole thing in a body bag like no one else in the world could. Anybody else over my pay grade that goes into the stuff like this? Nobody. Anyway, I zipped that in a little body bag for everybody, didn't I? Yeah, maybe even if they're not strangers, you can't relax around people that you know. Hey, I'm not gonna refute that. Yo, Lakime. Oh my God, I just watched Wicked City last night again. I haven't seen it since it was playing at 2 a.m. on Cartoon Network back in, I don't know, 99. It's been so long. It was so good. Finally came back with cigarettes and milk. I missed your streams. Hey, thanks for making it. That's so good. Thanks, pal. Thanks so much for that. Man, Wicked City was so good. Yo, Shah the Shaman, thanks for the 2 bones, pal. Shanye official, thanks for the 15 Canadian. Yo, Charles, I was at the Oshawa show. Amazing set, bro. What happened? You guys dipped so quick in the end. I had a gift for you. Yeah, there was just something. There was some sort of a rapish situation we had to just ride out. If my memory serves me right, there was a music related beef that was going on, if you know what I mean. Because the guys that booked the show, they did a rap show right after us, so they caused a little bit of a dangerous situation. I think I'll just leave it at that. I don't know if people are really talking about that, but it was classic. Yeah, we always usually do it up, but no, it was good. Those are some really fun shows. I really like that, but there was some weird stuff. Letting strangers into the show, into the green room. There was just some stuff that was like, wow, 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 wow. You know, there was some stuff that they're just not a comedy club, so they just didn't know, and I don't know. I don't think they knew anything. I think they were just high, smoking crack and stuff like that. What if I caught Chuck Schumer going through my tent? Dude, what if you caught Chuck Schumer apologizing for almost sitting on someone's seat and then moving to another seat, and you look at the seat and no one's sitting there? Remember that video? Anyone remember that video? You guys forgot about that? I didn't. Yo, GH Soto, thanks for the 5 bones, pal. You don't remember Chuck Schumer seeing things that weren't there? Isn't that crazy? Okay, Chuck. Okay, I'm caught up. Am I? Yes. Okay, good, good. Who else is going to put these things together? I wrapped that one up good. The whole Democide at the track meet. I hope someone clips that. Who else is going to put that together? And the father? I have no idea. What, do you have a gun pointed at him? Where they tell him they were going to freaking set everyone on fire if he didn't do it this way? I have no idea. I have no idea. No idea. But someone's going to have a proper take on it. It can't just be, I guess it's just going to have to just be me. Oh, yeah, you cannot let the bastards grind you down. I don't know. Delegitimize non-carborundum? I don't remember. Illegitimize non-carborundum? I don't remember my Latin. It's all gone. It's all gone. You cannot let the bastards grind you down. You don't have to go there and rail against dad, the alleged dad. You don't have to do that unless that's the way you make money. Me, I could make money that way, but I refuse. I refuse. But you see, did I cover that satisfactorily, or do I have an ego problem? I really enjoyed online. I mean, do I have anything more to say? I have love. Look, I have a disease. I have a disease, everybody. It's called being alive. I have love for everybody. And it's hard for me to, I just know, I don't know. Everybody has a mother, you know what I'm saying? Or had a mother or something. Everyone was a baby who would have died without their mother and all that. The only exceptions are our rulers and Hollywood freaks. They have no parents. They're test tube freaks, golems, shells. Unless did people not know that by now? So I mean, I'm not trying to sound soft, but it makes me sad if someone would, let's say, it makes me more sad than angry if someone wants to fight me or something like that. It actually makes me more sad than it does angry. Hey, you could say that that's MK Ultra too. I have no idea. I just know I have a real compassion within me. You know what I'm saying? I just do. And you could say it's a weakness, but in the eyes of the Lord, I'm not so sure that's a weakness. Homunculi is better than Gollum. I should start using homunculi. I should just wear an eye patch and then reveal my sigil and then scream the first time I saw that. So that's I do have compassion. I know that. Let me put it this way. I know that if bad people went to hell and had their souls purified by fire, they would be good when they came out. It doesn't mean you turn your back on them. It doesn't mean you don't kill them if they try to kill you. It doesn't mean that. Killing is not murder. Murder is not killing. They are two very different things. You cannot, people say it all the time. People have been saying it to me for years when I'm at my lowest or, whatever, when I'm insane. Something to the effect of don't ever let them take your heart of gold or lose your heart of gold. I can't give it to you verbatim. But I think about that. I think about that all the time when I start thinking thoughts that are very bad. I think about that. You let them take your heart of gold and you lose everything. You lose more than your life. You lose so much. But that's how I feel about the children of God. Everyone here in this realm is a child of God, except our rulers in Hollywood and those that are descendants of the sons of God, who are usually the Nephilim and the fallen angels and all that stuff, all that junk. They get flooded out. They get flooded out. They get flooded out. Yet they remain after the flood. They go underground. They go in the pyramids. They do all this stuff. They still control the world, apparently. You have a heart of gold. Don't let them take it from you. Okay, there it is. But I think about that. Excuse me. I think about that because if you lose that, you lose everything. So I have a love for people that is beyond what is normally considered these days. I'm not afraid of it. You cannot let the bastards grind you down. I have to say that, though. If I could harrow hell or open up the, let purify everybody and purify the devil, purify Lucifer and all that, I would. I would never allow anyone to go to hell. Never. But I am alive. Not everyone is alive. You guys get what I'm saying, right? This juice. Not everyone can mirror my sentiment. Only those who are truly alive. But you see, if you're raped and all that stuff or bad enough, then you can have your soul fractured. You can have pieces of your mind opened up, made hospitable to foreign influence of the air and demons. Yeah. And I hear that, Jeb. You want all races to prosper? So do I. So do I. So do I. Everyone would prosper more if they were more homogenized in certain ways. Because it's only natural that people get along with their own people. But it comes from a place of love, not a place of segregation. That's just how mankind works. The mixing and the unification it's a satanic operation. The unification of all peoples into one nation, the only purpose of that is to unite against heaven. There is no utopia coming. There would have already been one by now. The utopia is intentionally kept away. The only point of the dehomogenization by force and the unification by force is to war on heaven. That's the only reason that there could be for that. It's not a racial thing, exactly. But it is irrefutable truth. It's irrefutable truth. Look at Nimrod. Look at Babel. Look at Egypt. Look at Atlantis. Festering sewer hells, the lot of them. You know why? Every giant civilization is from hell. Every giant city is from hell. Because people were not meant to live inside a computer city. They weren't meant to live in a motherboard of a computer. They weren't meant to be stuck in traffic. They weren't meant to be killed in accidents in traffic. It's all sacrifice. It's all blood running. That's how this machine wars against heaven. That's how our rulers give an FU to God and say, come back here, destroy the whole world, we dare you. That's how they do it. That's the cult. People must know this by now. Harry Horse knew it. Look what happened to him. Scary, isn't it? I don't want to, but you guys know what I'm saying. I know you know what I'm saying because I can force people to know what I'm saying. Who else can rape with rhetoric? Nobody. But you guys get it. But it's the truth. People weren't meant to live in gigantic civilizations. They weren't meant to live in big cities. Big cities are evil. Advanced civilizations are evil. Egypt was no good. Atlantis was no good. They were all ruled by devils. Only a devil would wish to create a big city of suffering and then to war with heaven. Only a devil. People don't do that. People go out to the lake. They go out to the ocean. They hear the water. They are pleased. Devils, they are not pleased with that. They are only pleased with a big machine. Egypt was vastly more evil than anything you could imagine, as was Atlantis. They were hell. Nimrod's system is what creates a civilization. Civilizations are bad. They're not good. They're evil. They're only meant to war against heaven. It's just how it works. Who else is going to tell you this? It's the truth. Could be the Sheol sitcom. Just could be a big Seinfeld episode. These angels are just watching and laughing. I have no idea. When I'm at my darkest, I could think those thoughts. I have no idea. Just know that the eyes of God, the eyes of God are watching you. That's the only thing that matters. Being clean in the sight of the Lord is the only thing that matters. It's the only thing that matters. The stars are out. I cannot imagine what would coerce a clockwork angel to disregard his first estate and his first duty and come down to earth and fornicate with e-girls. A wayward woman is way more dangerous than a 5-star general. That's why they're warned against. That's why Jezebel was so powerful. They're very, very powerful. Keno Corner, what's up, brother? How you doing, brother? I've been having a real one so far. Where are you? Hey, what's up, man? Nice to see you. So that's what I'm saying. Never revere Egypt. Never revere Atlantis. They were evil. They were destroyed for a reason. It's because they deserved to be destroyed. Pre-cataclysm, post-antediluvian, pre-antediluvian, they're all the same. Big civilizations are a work of the devil. That's just how it works. That's why they were flooded. Next time, fire. Oh, remember the movie? this is dark times, but the Nick Cage one, what was it? It was actually kind of good. Remember the Nick Cage one? Where it's like the final fire ending in the planet? It was crazy. Remember that one? Was it Knowing? Knowing, right? Wow, that movie hit hard. Remember that one? That did something to me, honestly. They're all the families just, the children get raised into heaven. They get brought out by the angels, and everyone else is left to be incinerated. Knowing, Kino Corner. It was crazy. It was crazy. Babylon has a bad rap, right? Babylon is Egypt. Babylon is Atlantis. Babylon is whatever you want to call our civilization. NATO or the Euro Union, whatever, or Switzerland, Geneva. I don't know what you want to call seat of Satan. It's Geneva, right? Lucifer resides in Geneva. Anyone remember that? Switzerland is the seat of Satan. Oh, you guys don't remember that? I do. No. Big civilizations are Babylon. Babylon, delenda est. Be there for the fall of Carthage. Be there. That's what I'm saying. I hope we don't have to live through that. But anyway, know these things. Know these things well, because I am not wrong. Because I am never wrong. Because I'm Cassandra, her brother. It's just the way it works. The Greek pantheon, all those guys, they were all Nephilim. They were all abominations. All fallen angel religion. Everything in this world. All the myths and legends, they were all just fallen angels. Simply fallen angels. They rule. They still rule. But they're afraid to be out in the open because they would be destroyed by the people. They'll only come out in the open when they're not afraid anymore. When they're not crying and afraid of mankind. Then they'll come out. As you see with, let's say, Devil May Cry. Humanizing and sympathizing goblins and demons is one step for the cult to come out in public. Anyone ever tell you that before? Anyone ever put that forth? Any names? Anyone ever put that forth? The humanization of goblins and demons is to set the stage for the rulers coming out of the closet. Anyone else let you know that? Probably not. Don't you guys understand this warfare by now? It's so good. That's just, I don't know why we have to live through this. I really don't. Hell, maybe we're all fallen angels and that we have to be punished for the transgression and we have to live the lifetime and purify ourselves. I have no idea. How can I speculate? How could I speculate? The only power you have is to pray, and get this, the dead cannot pray. Therefore, the rulers in Hollywood need you as a conduit for their prayer. Hence, the demoralization and the witchcraft in this world. What other reason could there be for it other than that? That's how it works. That's how witchcraft works, and the dead cannot pray. The dead require you to pray, be deceived into praying for them on their behalf. Isn't that awesome? Lower our seating. The angels despise. We sit higher. I don't know what it's like to despise somebody in a fundamental way like that. I don't know what that's like. I mean, we all suffer from pride, but there's some pride that perhaps I fancy myself not suffering, but I could never say that that's true. I would never say that I am without sin or pride. I would never say, it'd be ludicrous to say that. That's how you know someone's a monster, when they say that they're not. You know what I mean? I'm crazier than anybody. I'm just being honest. There's no one crazier than me. It's just the way it happened. But it is the truth. And I don't understand the pride and the fall that would be before God. Then again, how would I put myself in those shoes? What is our first estate? It's hard to define. I know the angels that were built for one single thing, to do the Lord's bidding, to be messengers, to be whatever, I don't know, and to forfeit that is crazy to me. And to be shot like lightning bolt down to this realm to be imprisoned, they are not going to be happy about that. Hence why we're being tortured. Why are we being tormented? That's why. Revenge. You could say, oh, it's the Jews, oh, this and that. I mean, sure. You could say that if you want. That's not an easy position to hold, though. Because you cannot fight fire with fire. You cannot fight masters of fire that have been doing this for thousands of years while you don't even know they're doing it. You can't step it to that. What are you, crazy? You'll bear witness. You'll be a testament to your own decimation. Don't people get that? Pride is the worst. It's the worst. What's this? Let me get this. Well, I don't want to. I'll get you guys. Exiled and Ham, Birdler. I'm on like a little bit of something. I know that I'm not done. You guys know what I'm saying. And that's not a question. There is one God. There is one Lord. And that is all that matters. And there is one sin, and it is pride, but you have to be pretty intelligent to trace all sin back to pride. You have to be pretty intelligent to do that. And I try to define these things, but I'm, an idiot. A pantheon? No, there's one Lord. There is one Lord. It's not Zeus. It's not Zeus. And it's not Gilgamesh. And it's not Nimrod. Those are all fallen angels. They all got wiped off the face of the earth. Or, which is even scarier, chained in pitch darkness in ice or at the bottom of the sea, which is nothing could be scarier than that. There could be nothing scarier than that. I'm afraid to finish Neon Genesis. I'm afraid to finish Neon Genesis. I am afraid. Oh, well, I guess whatever that was down there, the Genova, whatever the Genova was, is chained. Oh, I can't think about anime right now. It's gonna make me sick. We'd be talking about Full Metal Alchemist and Neon Genesis. Ooh, it's too scary to think about. Pride is the original sin. The problem is that your torture is. What was that sound? Was that the dinosaur jumping? We got the standard alerts still. Everything is traced back to pride, but the deception and the torture that you endure, it makes that more difficult to see. And then you got homunculi on your back, like I got a week ago. Should we move on? I don't want to be talking about 2 hours, but I feel like we got to some really solid stuff. Dangerous stuff, even. I got dogpiled by homunculi, but the thing with that is that actually makes me happy because I like war. So it's not a thing for me. It actually is fun for me. But I wasn't about to keep going back and forth and rubbing it in people's faces, or or inspiring hatred, or even dismantling people. It's above my pay grade. I don't get paid enough to do that. Kino. Pride leads to all other sins, 100%. The pride that we know better than God. Remember showing God how it's done? And don't need to follow his laws. There we go. That's perfect. Jacob's ladder is a literal exorcism. I got the ladder of divine ascent, but I'm like not smart enough, and I'm afraid to read this. I don't know if I'm with it enough to start hitting the ladder. But Jacob's ladder is exorcism. I hear you. Everyone's perverted beyond reckoning. You can't even imagine how tortured you are. But I enjoyed the homunculi. They were triggered to come in here, which I found a bit interesting. Because usually the ladies online they don't usually come for me. They don't usually come after me because they're smarter than you think. They're not stupid. They're not remotely stupid. And I never call out the ladies because I don't want to be warring with women online, because it's just war is too fun, and it's too destructive. I don't want to be destructive. But I really liked the Bella Ramsey stuff that's going on. You remember Bella Ramsey, right? What's Ramsey? That sounds familiar. Isn't that a Pharaoh? What the hell's her last name Ramsey for? What's her surname Ramsey for? Probably no reason. Anyway, the way that Ramsey looks is I don't know how to define it. I don't make fun of the way people look. I'm sure I have in some ways if I was mad or if someone was evil. But generally speaking, I definitely do not ever make fun of someone else's looks. I am not known to do that at all. And this was not an exception. I was just making a little bit of a hardcore joke, but there was just I was very happy when Jeff K's Anna K, right? I get her brother Jeff K from Something Awful. Anyone remember Jeff K? It's his sister, but she was nice enough to say hi to me online by sending thousands of people over by mistake to call me mean or something like that. She said her cortisol was raised, unnecessary meanness, and I was crying, laughing immediately. They complained about your tweet, yet they didn't come close. They complained about my tweet, but they didn't even come to our Sovereign House event. I don't know why. People are too cool, and they are cooler. Are they though? Are they cooler than me and you, Peter? That's debatable. But I really appreciate when someone calls me out on something, someone with a big audience in that realm, especially that's so foreign to mine, because it's an opportunity for me to start shooting out my rhetoric all over people's faces. Because I don't like the idea. Like a good example is Red Femme or Rad Femme, the shit poster. I'm tempted sometimes, but I wait for them to summon me. I wait for them. I'm not going to be, I'm not like picking fights with people. It's like, it's not really the best thing for me. I don't think it's because it's too much fun. I don't want to start becoming Mr. Fight Picker. I don't like that. But she could definitely use a little bit of my rhetoric. I think she could definitely drink a little bit of my rhetoric at some point. I'm sure she will when I just can't take it anymore. But just be careful with rage baiters and all that. Hey, it's a living. They deserve to make a living, whatever. I'm not criticizing them. Far be it from me. Who am I to criticize anybody? It's not criticism. I'd like to go back and forth with these people, but I don't want them sweating. I don't want them thinking I'm fighting them. Like, I don't want that. Verbal spanking. Yeah. Yeah, a little bit of a verbal spanking. But I did like the interaction. I was looking forward to some more. I didn't mean to scare everyone away, but whatever. I'm not trying to be cool about this, but I thought it was really interesting, and I really did appreciate the interaction. I thought it was good. And there's no one I couldn't get through to. That's the thing, you know what I mean? There's no, oh my God. My God. There's no one I can't get through to. Nobody at all. So I welcome a chance to have a conversation with these people. So I appreciate it, you know, and to talk to me, to come after me in so many words is pretty magnificent to do in public, in my opinion. And it really made me so happy. But I really I'm not looking to fight, and I'm not looking to that at all. And I'm not looking to come off as combative or anything like that. I'm looking to be friendly and all that, because I can force people to be on my page. You know, no one else can do that. I'm the only one that can do that. That's probably why I shouldn't do it. Excuse me. Just having a little bit of, oh, it's so good. Please like the stream. Not even, no, it's, what am I even talking for? I'm up here, I'm talking for free. Can't even get 1,000 likes. Please like the stream. Anyway, yeah, I know. I'm afraid to talk to her. Miss Banks. Now that, she scares me. She straight up scares me. But she's crazy. She's crazy. You know, I had to say something. You have to, yeah, I'm glad you like that, please. That had me laughing too. But yeah, oh my God. She's crazy. Stuff she says about Russell Crowe, man. So funny. So funny. Like refusing to have sex with Russell Crowe, he's calling you an N. Like I'm crying laughing. Imagine him. He is from Master and Commander. He's there. He's calling you N this. That is so funny. That's so funny. Gosh. That's the funniest thing I've seen in years, man. Oh yeah, the Sovereign House showing was so much fun, Peter. I'm all over the place. It's been so long since I've streamed. I'm all over the place, and like I'm drying out and all that stuff. Like I don't even know where I am. Like that was so much fun, man. The turnout was so good. It was so good. It was the best. Anyway, yeah, that's I definitely would enjoy having a laugh with people online, but I think people just think I'm crazy, so they don't do things. But I mean, but some of the other new ladies would come in here and say, you know, this was mean and this and that, and that's a load of crap though. People can lie. Do you know how when people cry when they strike out at you? It's the same thing. When someone lies in bad faith rhetorically, that's I'm not criticizing, I'm just laying out rhetorical weapons and devices. That's fine. But I expected a little bit more out of some of the opinion ladies online, but they just wanted to do drive-bys, I guess. I guess this is freaking Dr. Dre with a Tech 9, coming to take mine. So I guess they just wanted to drive by, but I'm not having that, really. I'm not exactly going to tolerate a drive-by without putting a big smile on my face. Oh, it's so funny. I like it. It's really funny. But yeah, I'm not one to criticize people, the way people look, unless there are rulers or celebrities. When you're a celebrity, it's fair game. And I guess I was saying this before, like, let's say Bella Ramsey. Do you ever try to get a role in Game of Thrones looking like that? Have you ever tried that? And I don't know how to describe the way she looks. How do you, it's not ugly. I just don't know how to describe, you know? I don't know how to describe it. It's not ugly. It's just an uncanny valley, you know? Fade, I hope, because I was worried that I was, coming off too strong or too mean or something like that. And I'd really I really do my best not to scare people away. And I thought I did. I don't think I did though. But she's not ugly. She's just so different looking. It's really insane. Have you ever tried to get a star role and not looking really attractive? Anyone here? Anyone here have any luck? Let's say if they looked like her or less or worse or whatever. Anyone here ever try out for a role and pass and get into the show? Probably not. Why is she so special though? Is she just that much of a good actor? I'm sure she's good. Sure she's good enough, but I think they're in a family. They're in a bloodline, or I hate saying that bloodline word. I hate it. They're from the same vat or same test tube or whatever like that. You know what I mean? Like these people are super celebrities, and if they were regular people, they wouldn't have been hired. Do you think whoever she's related to, whatever kind of trumpet player she's related to, whatever sort of businesswoman trumpet player she's related to, it's completely hidden and scrubbed. They must be in Hollywood or in the royal family or something like that. I've never seen any normal person pass the auditions and all that if they didn't look like Brad Pitt or, you know what I mean. I don't know what other example. Habsburg. Yeah, you could say Habsburg. People, I just don't know. I refuse to remember anything about history, so I don't remember the Habsburgs. But it's likely that they're from some sort of people who are hiding. It's likely that she's from a lineage that is afraid to be known and in public. Afraid. That's only evil is done in the dark and behind closed doors. Only evil. The truth is never afraid to be in public. Never. Anyone ever here try to do an audition looking interesting like her? Not ugly. I never said ugly. That was everyone else devout. Getting them to call her ugly for me was the masterclass. Yeah, I'm not trying to toot my own horn, because it was that tweet is most certainly the best masterclass in rhetoric that there is on all of Twitter. It's absolutely the best masterclass on how to do anything at all. It might be the best. And I'm lucky that I wasn't shooting my mouth off or something like that. Like I was with it enough to, just because I'm not fucking messed up on drugs and shit, you know what I mean? So I could handle it. But hey, I liked old Ramsey from Game of Thrones when she was the warden of the South Winter or whatever the hell. I don't know. She was mobilizing some of the guys. It's just no one normal ever got through an audition looking as exotic as her. And I would never call anybody ugly, because I mean, I'm not a bad looking guy. So who, like, you think what do you think? I'm a woman? Do you think I'm going to be like not a bad looking guy calling other people ugly? No. Everyone else put those words into my mouth, because those words are in their own heart. I don't consider people ugly unless there are rulers or, or those test tube freaks. That's just the way it is. I'm just being honest. And that post was a masterclass. A masterclass in, I don't know, someone else could break it down for me more. I don't know. I don't study anything. I don't remember anything. But it worked out really well. And I was really, really happy with the outcome. But it should scare you that there are homunculi out there that would kill you. There are homunculi out there that will defend to the death their own enslavers. That should scare you. Never relax. You can never relax. It's nothing personal. It's only MK Ultra. It's only triggers, super soldier stuff. I'm writing a lot of stuff on that, so you guys are going to get a freaking butt full of that as soon as possible. If I put it out years ago, I'd be a dead man right now. Not everyone can be 10, 15 years ahead. Not everyone can do it. Also, not everyone is stupid to wait too long. Not everyone is that stupid. Anyway, that's witchcraft. People coming out and defending celebrities, that's witchcraft. People don't do that by choice. People don't do that by choice. They only do it by force. Yeah, not pigs. Trevor should not have been talking like that in public. Him being that influential, he should not have been talking about MK Ultra with having that big of a platform. That was a giant mistake. Assuming he even existed and assuming he's dead. I have no idea. He should not have been talking like that. That was a big mistake. Parsons tried making homunculi. I'm afraid to watch Full Metal again. I'm afraid to finish Neon Genesis. Choice, fat, chose. Anyway, where are we? I know we're getting to some good stuff and I'm not driving anyone away, so that's a good sign. I don't mind. I'll stay. I'm not here. I'm not here to strike glancing blows. I'm here for the whole throat. You know what I mean? Makie rather, from Wicked City. There was a freaking big pipe that was screwing her throat back and forth. So it was disgusting. It was disgusting. Ugh. The Japanese are unbelievable. Ugh, it was nasty. The whole movie, she's being penetrated, freaking big, thick-ass things down her throat, in her mouth, like for like a minute and a half. Like, oh my God, man. The whole movie. 3 guys going in and out of her. She's handcuffed, freaking. The whole movie. I was like, oh my God. It was crazy. The Japanese are crazy. The Japanese are a bit horny. The Japanese are a bit horny. Like inside cam horny. You know what I'm saying? Because there was some inside cam in there. That's probably where I first saw it back in the day. Wicked City. Oh my God, man. It's good. It's good. It's rather amazing. Well, I mean, that's arguable. It's dark anime, you know. But I saw that for 20 plus years ago and for 1 a.m., 2 a.m. on Cartoon Network. I was like, what is this? So crazy. But I'm afraid to do Full Metal again and even finish Neon Genesis. Like, I'm afraid. The Japanese are straight up crazy. But there were some good scenes in it. There were some good scenes that I wish I could. Let me ask everyone a question. If there was a scene that, how do you make a GIF or a quick clip from a goddamn movie? You know what I mean? Because there's a lot of good, certain types of scenes that would be good for replies on Twitter, for example. That would be pretty appropriate for certain sex. I just don't know how to do it. You guys know what I'm saying. Like if you're watching a movie and you're like, I want that clip right now to post right now. Like it would take me freaking 8 hours to figure out how to do it. And by that time I'd be dead. Like Premiere doesn't take containers. I just wouldn't know how. I mean, I guess put it in OBS. I could have just run it through OBS. Okay. I have to remember that. I have OBS. I should have just run it through OBS. Run it through OBS and then frickin' handbrake. Anyway, I don't mind getting into big detail with a lot of these stuff. I'd rather just do this because it helps me clear the demons out of my brain, I guess. But I like that. But is there any more takeaways from my interactions with people online and just people's people's rage at and their obsession with defending absolute complete superstar strangers? You know what I mean? Did I leave anything out? Did I leave anything out? Yo, Brandon Buckingham, what is up, man? Nice to see you, brother. I have sincerely missed you as well. I think about you all the time. I'm like getting my act together so I, can freaking hang out with you again. So instead of being too pickled and stewed to do anything, glad you like the Twitter. Isn't it been so good? This was a big one tonight. We hit some really insane. You probably just got here, but we hit on some good stuff tonight. We'll get some clips out. I'm not asking you to watch for hours of the show, but I'm just letting you know. I'm just reminding myself also, we hit some big stuff tonight. Big stuff tonight. But I had some real good time on Twitter lately. I wish I could have that much fun on Instagram, but I'm not. I guess I have to get back on there. I have just been out. But I've been doing very well at some people coming at me online, though. I like that. It's freaking awesome. But it does make me sad, some strangers out there defending AAA Hollywood celebrities. It's like, it does make me a little bit sad that people would go out of their way and do that. But what do they know? They know not what they do, I suppose, Damn. Chocolate time. But yeah, it's time, Brandon. It's freaking time. We hit some big stuff today. I've just run out of calories just now as we're talking. It took 1,000 calories the last hour and a half. It's going to take a little bit of Camel Joe, I think. Oh, I don't have any more drinks. I have nothing. Brandon Buckingham, thanks so much for the 10 bones. You will always have my support, brother. Really appreciate that. I know you're alive. I know you're a real one. I can't say that about everybody, but I know it. Not hungry anymore. That was it. I have got clementines. Damn. Yeah, we got to do Brothers. Bleach. We have to do Brothers with Brandon. Damn. My God. But I'm glad you liked the Twitter. It's been really good. I really appreciate people that have been pretty much forbidden to make any contact with me. I really do appreciate them going out of their way to do that. I really do. I hope no one takes it as a complaint or anything, because I know how that is for people with a big audience to freaking talk to me online. That's not nothing. And I do appreciate it. There's no one I can't force into understanding. There's no one. There's no one in this world that is immune to my understanding. No one. Hell yes. But yeah, it's good. It's good and it's been fun. I was happy about that because it can get demoralizing if you make funny posts and no one really likes them. But then again, I guess that means that they're not funny. Probably do a little bit of this. Just do a little bit of that. Coffee bags. Forced to watch. Oh. But yeah, I really do look forward to an interaction with old Radfem. I wonder if she'll ever have the stones to have a nice conversation with me. It's so good. She's the best. She's the best shit poster on the entire platform. Like like a post that straight up makes you deeply sick. And you're like, oh, you got your thumbs out. You're like, and then you're like, wait. She's just making a living. You don't have to be upset. And I'm like, oh, you don't have to stop. You don't have to like come after anyone. And, hey, fuck you. You don't have to do that. I'm like, I put my thumbs away. So you got to be friendly. You have to be friendly. You have to be fun. You have to be in good faith. You have to be in good spirits because that's what I am. And I cannot be anything but. But yeah, but she's been, ooh, yo, the stuff she says, woo. It's just that she'll do a lot of damage to men and a lot of damage to women who believe some of her rhetoric on there. Like that's, I mean, hey, whatever. I wouldn't put her in jail or destroy her job if I had the chance. I wouldn't. It's just it makes me sad. It's like spreading Wetiko. But what does she know about Wetiko and witchcraft? Nothing. What does she know about culture destroying? Nothing. She's just making a living. I get it. Here, let me catch up on these. I feel... Oh, I forgot. Chrome doesn't work. Dude, I'm... 2001 Dodge Ram. Thanks for the 20 bones, pal. More wind and Civil War cadavers. Oh, remember the cadavers? Remember the cadavers? When I saw that, that's around the same time I saw Dresden and all these other places. And I was like, excuse me? When I saw Dresden pre-bombing the first time ever, I screamed. And that's when I knew everything. The second that happened, the second I saw Dresden, I was like, no. I turned into a ghost. It all came back to me. And it was very deeply painful. Can't I just load a tab? Waking the cadaver. Load! Dude, I'm lucky I'm not getting a blue screen right now. But you guys know what I'm saying. The old pictures of Dresden. Do you remember Dresden? The stories I've heard out of Dresden and such, I did not like very much at all. Oh. I can't see the tips. I can't see them. Excuse me. Oh, dude. I can't even, don't ever think about Dresden. Don't ever think about Dresden. Don't. People think they know atrocity and they know horror. People have no idea what real atrocity is. They have no idea. Like, you making fun of these Hollywood actresses, that's an atrocity. People have no idea what real atrocity is. People have no idea what worse than hell is. We're not even in hell. We're in Tartarus. Excuse me. Shah the shaman. Thanks for the 2 bones. GH Soto, thanks for the 5 bones. Up Dog, thanks for the 5 bones, pal. I'll see you in Richmond, player. Austin H, thanks for the $5. Big Dog? Big Dog? Now, didn't Big Dog join Stickmen back in the Quake days? Didn't Big Dog and Wombat make it into Stickmen? I played Clan Arena with Wombat and Big Dog. Oh, Swerdnik. Swerdnik might be who I'm thinking of. There's no chance anyone here could know what I'm talking about. Corto Malt. Thanks for the 15 bones. Saw you in Toronto. Awesome set. Deny all history, deny all science. I believe Toronto 2, I believe was really the best, but both shows were good. But I haven't had a show I've been happy with in a long time, and this leg really brought me back. Like it had been many rough shows for me. I'm sure it probably doesn't seem like that to the audience, but some of the shows I was just not good, or whatever. I don't know what to say, but are there any OG Quake 1, 2, 3, 4 players in here that know Stickmen or DS that would even know Swerdnik or Wombat or Big Dog? Isn't that so crazy? Can't believe I even remember that stuff. Oh, that's so funny, man. I had better aim than those guys, but that doesn't make you a better deathmatch player. Exiled, thanks for the 12 bones. Hey, Charles, how does one get ungraped? By realizing you were, refraining and purifying yourself by refraining from sin, being clean in the eyes of the Lord, preparing yourself for death in that Christ will come like a thief in the night. You know what that means? It means he'll come when you're at your worst and when you have no idea and you have no more chance to purify yourself. Know this. Be there when Cartridge falls. Know this. Prayer, what you think, what you let in, what you say, and what you force yourself and condition yourself to feel will be your transmission. Hamburglar, thanks for the 20 bones. Of all things, I'm a pastor's kid. My second job is as a janitor for church. You're right on all of it. I've got a bad habit trying to tell people there's more at play than just red and blue or blue in politics. It's rough some days. I hear you. You just want to do good. You just want to do good. I hear you. Never beat yourself up. You must get better. No, I'm not saying it to you. I'm just saying one must not go backwards. One must keep purifying themselves in the eyes of the Lord in preparation for a Christ who will come again like a thief in the night at 3 a.m. when you just got done puking or from this and that or killing somebody. That's when he'll come. Be afraid of that. That's the only thing you need to be afraid of, is that. Know this. Know this. I am not wrong. There is nothing else to fear in the world but not being ready. But I hear you, Ham. Don't beat yourself up. Adeptus Dogates. Thanks for the sawbuck, pal. Has my faith ever been tested as strongly as the Christians enslaved from 16th to 18th century offered freedom for converting to Islam? I don't. That's a big question. I do not know how to answer that. I have no idea how to answer that. I don't know how to answer that because I would never force someone to convert to another religion. But then again, if you knew it could save them, that's why it's an impossible question to answer. You cannot force someone to be saved. It has to be of their own volition, and therefore you cannot force someone to convert to another religion. It's not even possible. What, someone says a few magic words or a few signs and all of a sudden the Lord is deceived? There's no such thing as forced conversion. Well, I mean, that's, that's a big one, because you could start talking about, well, I don't want to talk about conspiracies, but you could talk about I don't even want to say that either. It's too inflammatory. There were forced conversions in, what was it, Poland and all those places. I don't know what to call those places, the Khazars and all that stuff like that. That was a forced conversion out of, or into a deeper, I don't even want to talk about that, honestly. It has to do with history and all that, and history is meaningless to me, so I don't even want to speculate. J Money, thanks for the gifted membership. Where am I? Sam Winter, thanks for the sawbuck, pal. Anthony Russo, thanks for the 10 bones. Curious as to what you teach your boys and any resources you tap for learning for them. Just keeping them active and keeping them away from TV and playing with them and not fighting in front of them or anything like that, because they see and recognize anything. They can feel energy, and I'm pretty good. I'm pretty good with the kids, But Afina is way better. She does everything. She does absolutely everything. But I have fun, and my energy and love is strong with them and everything, and so I'm pretty good with them. But I'll have more answers for you in the future. We have a 2-year-old daughter and plan on homeschooling. We are truly blessed to be alive. Christ is King. Love you, bud. Hey, thanks so much for that. Yeah, God bless, and I don't have better answers. I just keep them away from cocoa melon. Or things, or just stuff, you know what I'm saying? Yo, Mason, what's up, player? Miss you, brother. How are you? Keep them away, keep them away from evil, violence, and wickedness. Though I've never watched Transformers. Only recently did I see it, and it's like good. It's like freaking good. But my boys are, thank you, Bleach. They're so sweet and kind, and it's shocking. I had no idea children could be that sweet and kind and funny. I had no idea, because I was never really happy to be around children until I had children. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I've always been good with them. But you know what I'm saying? It was just never. They were almost invisible to me until I had children. And but I was still very, very good with them. If someone was like babysitting and like back in the day as kids or something, like I'd see a 4-year-old or something, and I'd be great with them. I'd have fun with them, because I'm a silly man, so they love me. But no, they can only be a product of their parents, so I can't be doing a bad job. So I appreciate that. Excuse me. No, I mean Transformers from the 80s. I will not watch the movies. I mean the anime of it is like kind of good. It's decent. I didn't like it as a kid. I needed X-Men. I was too old. Or too old or something. I don't know. I forget. I just wasn't into it. I was too young, rather. I was too young for Transformers, is what I mean. Oh, it's funny. Dodge Ram, we got ya. John Payton, thanks for the 5 New Zealand. Dude, I thought New Zealand was Australia. Dude, I didn't even know. That's how American I am. Pray for New Zealand and Australia. One of the you got. Well, I mean, pray for all the Five Eyes. Oh, this world is so wicked. Zig, the Infernal, thanks for the 10 bones, pal. Any thoughts on the final jester? That's me. Did that cut off because of the noise reduction? That's me. Thanks. I'm glad someone remembers that. You brought it up a while back, and I love the concept. I have a final jester for my shirts I make at Mirthless Orc. Hell yeah, very mirthy, actually. Hell yeah, Zig. You gotta put a link in here. Yeah, I haven't done nearly enough as I'm capable of doing, so I'm fucked. But Final Jester, I don't know what else to say about that. I was sort of in the spirit of the Final Jester, and I really can't bring it out right now. I don't know. I was probably just trying to be too cool for school or something like that when I was saying it. Who knows what I was saying? Yo, two boyzos. Yeah, I can't. I don't have anything good for you right now, unfortunately. Thanks for the 2 bones. Yo, Dylan Gavin, thanks for the 10 bones. Support what you love. Like the stream, guys. Hey, thanks so much for that. I really appreciate it. I need it. Do we have 1,000 Why did I even get out of bed? Why did I even get out of bed? Is this up to date? Okay. Please get me to 1,000. Okay, we're good, right? Did I miss anybody? Okay, good. Whew. We've been hitting it hard, man. We've been hitting it hard. I just spent myself with going into the territory that I just went into. I'm straight up spent. So it's just time to be silly. Nano Ray. Did you like the way I said that? Nano Ray coming in with lies. He's coming in with twisted lies. In paranoid syntax error, did I even get your name? How do you compare Morrowind? Did I even get your name? I don't even remember. It took a lot of energy to do what I just did. Jonathan, I don't even remember saying anyone's names or anything. You know how it is. Just Mr. Lies coming in here and making me look for nothing. That's okay. Allergy nap. Yeah. Oh, must there be allergies? Allergies are not natural. Oh, bastards. I need thiamine. I need everything. I'm not on anything. Only NAC. I need to fix my liver. 2001 Dodge Ram. Thanks for the 20 bones. Hey, Charles, have you ever heard of Ashgabat, Turkmenistan? The architecture and story of the city is so strange. No, but it sounds like a global civilization that was smashed and melted. Now it seems like all the mountains are freaking melted civilizations. And the best thing I saw lately was the Devil's Foot or whatever. People comparing it to not a tree stump, but petrified fungi, and I don't know what to say about that. But I don't know anything about that Turkmenistan. But if it's anything like Petra or anything, any of our hidden history in the Middle East or all around there, it was definitely the seat of a very advanced civilization that was melted, either by devils, by people, or by God. I have no idea. It's a Masonic city. What's that mean? Is it like a big chessboard? Kosa, what's up? Are they playing a big chess on it? But there's so much. I can't even cover these topics. We had to get deep. You know what I mean? I'm kind of, not as insane lately, so I can get deep with things and not just go silly. It's been happening more. I mean, it's just an allergy or maybe from smoking, but I just stopped the smoking. So maybe it's that, but I don't know. I think it's from the smoking. Yeah, the mountains in Utah almost definitely melted cities. Remember the bridge Now, the wind and the water hit it just right. All melted cities and castles. It's in Utah. That's where it all went down. Didn't even go down in the. Look at the glass slag pit. Do you see any melted structures? It's because nothing ever happened there, unless, well, they weren't melted to sand, because things don't melt to sand. They melt into mountains. They don't melt into sand. What's under the sand? What is under the sand? It's probably Tartarus. It's probably chained angels. It could be chained angels. An owl. Thanks for the 10 bones, pal. I like that little doggy you have there. Ein. Yeah, the water is hitting it at a perfect 90 degrees. It made a bridge. No, Utah's most certainly all melted cities. That's why I kind of assume all of the geological formations are either quarries or melted cities. I'm not even sure if I believe in mountains anymore. How's that? How is that? Mud floods were caused by runoff from melted stone cities. Oh, DB Blues. That's a good one. I can see that. That feels true. That's scary though. I don't even want to. What am I going to say to that? Nano Ray, thanks for the 15 bones, pal. Last message might have. Oh shit! Could you post the other message? I couldn't find it. My computer was going to crash. That's okay. Was curious if you remember when you first became spiritually cognizant. Also, any books you've picked up recently. Always looking for something new. My biggest memory is when I read Dispelling Wetiko. Is when I was like, oh man, the powers of the air and the unseen forces are truly at work here, and people are hardly even to be blamed. Damn. Man, runoff? I don't know. I can't, it's so hard for me to comprehend a realm-wide catastrophe. Like it's beyond my imagination. I can't comprehend it. It's too horrific. It's too horrific to picture civilizations being melted and mud floods being run off everywhere, and also a flood and the waters of the deep opening up and the firmament opening up and the water level going up to the pyramids. Like it's not even possible for me to comprehend that. It's way too horrific. One interesting thing about some of the later Dune books is some of the people on these planets don't even know how they got there, Mason. Oh, I'm afraid to read Dune too, man. I'm afraid to read Dune. But I would say that, Nano Ray, that Dispelling Wetiko is the best. And your thoughts create your life, right? Is that Thaddeus? That I found was very, 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 very good. Those two. And I also, people wouldn't know it, but if you're kind of awake and you do some of these things, you read some of these things, when you go back to the Narnia Chronicles, they will make you crazy. Like the lessons that, let's say Lucy, with the mirror and the grimoire and all that, and even Susan and Edmund and Peter, everybody, like the lessons that the Pevensies go through will hit you like a car crash. I'm so happy that Hollywood is never touching C.S. Lewis ever again. I'm so happy. BBC did it. The 79 cartoon that came out, 30 years or whatever, 50 years ago, a week ago. Those are the only things you need. And I don't remember The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe from 2004 or 5 or 6 being that bad. But there's no way there was going to be a real C.S. Lewis treatment from Hollywood. It's not possible, as you see. And I cannot believe they did Tolkien in 2000. And even then, Peter Jackson used his witchcraft to remove the most prescient and wild concepts out of. Because that's his job. But there it is. There it is. Cambodia. Khan. Fedosiv. Thanks for the 10 bones. Hey, Charles, I've just returned from Cambodia. Wonderful people, very friendly. Back in Australia now. My friend's gone manic again. It's wild, the spiritual wars in the first world compared to just survival. Pray for him and help him as much as you can. Just gonna make sure he's not on drugs or drinking, man. That's if you're not, let me put it this way. If you're not smoking weed or drinking, you're already 95% there. I'm serious. But Dispelling Wetiko, I think, is the best. Then I started reading the sequel, just simply Wetiko, and it was all freaking Vav and Tav and Kabbalah and Sephiroth. And I'm like, oh my God, Letty Pots or whatever it is. I'm like, yeah, shattered shards of Sophia. I'm like, get the fuck out of my face with that shit. Get out of my face with that shit. I don't ever want to hear about Kabbalah or freaking shattered shards of Sophia and all that stuff. I don't ever want to hear any of that shit. You know what I mean? I'm sure it's worth, he did 3 by now. I think he's done 3, but his obsession with the Kabbalah, I think they got to him after how good Dispelling Wetiko was. They're like, nah, you got to study the Kabbalah now. Where's the Kabbalah come from? Babylon. What happened to Babylon? The Lord destroyed it because it was so evil. Okay, let's practice Babylonian Kabbalah then. They're trying to goad another destruction. That's their job. The destroyers. They want to goad the Lord to destroy the world again, just so the Lord is forced to say hi. That's called tempting the Lord. That's the worst thing you can do. Tempting the Lord. Come on, take a shot. Come on, throw it at us. Throw it. Oh, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Bushinada. Thanks for the 10 quid. Hey, Charles, are you guys screwing me? My message must have gotten buried as well. It was the message under Bill Prime. Love the stream. Love the wisdom. God bless. What was the message? If I try to scroll back, my tabs are going to crash, man. I can't. But yeah, Narnia will make you crazy how good it is when you're sort of awake. It's better. I don't like Lord of the Rings. And I know that's like a take that kind of sucks, but I just don't like it. I like the Narnia Chronicles, and maybe that's a rough comparison, but I don't like Lord of the Rings. I don't like it. I just don't like it. Know what I say? Fuck the past. We already knew that there were advanced civilizations and that all of our roots are stolen from us. That's all I need to know. I don't need to know the geographic locations and Numenor and Mu and all that. I think it's a waste of time. To me, it's a waste of time. And I guess I could try to read them. I got them right there. Or do the audiobooks, which I did, but they're too big, man. They're too long. I know he was a brilliant genius. Can you imagine all the brilliant geniuses that died in the trenches in World War I alongside of Tolkien? And Tolkien said he was he was lower than the Batman, the people that never came back. He was lower than them. Imagine the poetry and literature and philosophy you would have had from those dead soldiers. Oh my gosh. Imagine the art and imagine everything that was lost with the annihilation of all the whites and whatever you want to call everybody in all those wars. Imagine. Oh, imagine. Oh. I don't like Lord of the Rings. I'm sorry. I like The Hobbit. I do not like Lord of the Rings. And I'm not proud to say that. I'm really not. I'm not trying to be cool. I don't like it. I just don't like it. I love the Narnia Chronicles. I think they're far superior, but it's not an apt comparison, perhaps. I don't like the end of their lives, though, how those two they were fighting. They didn't talk for 10 years, and then Lewis just croaks it. That really, really bothers me a lot. Guess I gotta let it go. I do not like it at all. I really don't. Neon Recording, thanks for the 5 bones, pal. Jadis. Oh, Jadis. I can't. I don't have time. I have to go in like 4 minutes. I'd love to talk about Jadis. Oh, the Narnia Chronicles are so wonderful. They're so much better than Lord of the Rings. I do not like Lord of the Rings. I don't like it. It's not good. Well, I can't say it's not good. I just don't like it. Excuse me. Aaron Cipriani, thanks for the 10 bones. Did they kill Kubrick after Eyes Wide Shut? I don't know. Okay, look. When you join a cult, in order to subvert the will and destiny of the Lord, they murder you in order that it wasn't a natural death. It's like another blasphemy against the Lord. All the people in the cult are bound 100% to die unnatural deaths, always at the hands of the brethren. It's a blasphemy against the Lord. Murder is death. Death is murder. That's what that means. So these people know what they're signing up for, and they are ready to die at any moment because that's how it is to be in a deep cult like that. We shouldn't talk about that stuff. It's not good. Yo, Bush, BC. You guys are unbelievable. Hey, thanks to the 5 quid. Benjamin, I'm looking for Benjamin, looking for Bill, looking for another name. I can't find him. What happened to him? Okay, any more? Okay, good. But we shouldn't, I don't want to talk about that cult stuff. That's not good at all. But the Kubrick, there's no such thing as a white hat in a black cult. There's no such thing. There's no such thing. There's no such thing. I know he's there waking people up and he dies because he was waking too many people up. Dude, it wasn't for frickin' 30 years until people were like this. What the hell? They just trafficked their daughter out to join the club. It was 30 years before people even noticed that. Dude, the movie got released. No, there's no such thing as a white hat in a black cult. Please write that down. Isn't that crazy? No. Oh, shit. The Streamlabs. Oh, I'm so... Well, bear with me, guys. I forgot. I gotta log in. I forgot, boys. Bear with me. Damn. I should have recognized those dinosaurs. Yeah, I trust Streamlabs. Okay. Contrarian Sword, thanks for the sawbuck, pal. I mean, the $1. Streamlabs, this is a real tip. It's in the bio. No one takes a cut of it. I don't know why everyone doesn't just use that, but that's just how it is. Oh, damn. Benjamin, now at Bill Prime. I see you. Nano. Oh, my God. I see you guys now. I'm so stupid. Thanks so much for tipping from there. No one takes a cut. Thanks so much. I thought you guys were trolling me. All 3 of you. I thought you guys were all trolling me. Contrarian Sword, thanks for the 2 bones, pal. Nano, thanks for the 15. So good to see you streaming again. Something I always wondered. Was there anything specific that sparked your path to spiritual cognizance? Also, any interest in making a page for your book recommendations. Always looking for something new to read. Yeah, I'm just too stupid right now, but I'm trying to not be that stupid. So yes. Bill Prime, another one who I thought was trolling. Thanks for the $20 from on my tip link right here. No one takes a cut. You guys get what that means? What are your thoughts on Dan Deacon? Is he Seahorse See Hell? Is that Seahorse See Hell? You might find the lyrics for When I Was Done Dying interesting. Keep up the good work. You're a legend. Does someone have those? I bet they're good. Can I even copy this? Son of a... Now, can someone... Isn't it, though? Is Dan Deacon Seahorse See Hell? Do people know what I'm talking about? Thanks so much for double tipping, boys. I just forgot. It's been so long I forgot to bring up this link. Streamlabs, there's a tip link in my bio that no one takes a cut. You guys get what that means, right? I'll check out those lyrics right now. It's long. When I was done dying, my consciousness regained, so I began my struggle and nothingness strained. Oh man, this is like kind of good. Out of a flash of time, my new form blasted out, and it startled me so, and I burst out a shout at which my legs ran frantic like birds from a nest, and it's going to take 10 minutes. What's your take on this? As I crashed down and smashed into earth, into dirt. Is he talking about falling from heaven? My gosh, how'd this guy get that stuff? Is that what that means? Lightning bolt, lightning bolt, lightning bolt. Lucifer, fallen angels descending as lightning onto Mount Hermon, right? It's in Arabia, right? It's not where they say it is. Isn't the Golgoth? Is the Golgoth still there, isn't it? Wasn't it in Arabia? I don't know. I don't have my geography right. I can't even get into this right now. Thanks so much, Bill. Benjamin, again, you weren't trolling. Thanks for the 20 bones. You used the link in my bio. No one takes a cut. Welcome back, Charles. Always a pleasure. A quick thanks for your service. Thank you. You've helped me become real again, awake. I'm doing much better these days. Got my fight back, getting stronger, hope restored, faith and clarity glowing. Much love and mirth, as always. Thanks so much for that, pal. I really appreciate that. That's so good. Magic missile. I had a Chevalier. I played a Chevalier back in D&D, probably in 91. Derman von Nessen was his name. I died, though, and the character was retired. I got crushed in a bridge mechanism, and my rolls didn't get me out, and he died. If you can imagine that I remember that. But I used Magic Missile because you don't have to be a magic user to use that. And I also had a bag of holding. Oh, remember those days? It was later than it had to have been late. It was probably 93 or something like that. Can you believe that I remember that? How does one get unisolated and back to loving people? I know you have a job to do, but have you ever found yourself avoiding people as if you hate them? Yeah. It's kind of self-hatred or like shame or something that makes you avoid people, or insanity. But it's not them. It's the dead machinery in their mouths and minds. Sure, it could be them. I hear you on that. Yeah, but I don't know if I have any. First of all, you got to make sure you're not drinking and on drugs. If you're drinking and on drugs, it's over for you. You know what I mean? If you're drinking or on drugs, like you can't get anywhere. You can do shamanic sort of things. I'm not suggesting it, but you could. But if you do it every day, it's over for you. It's over for you. But yeah, damn. Man, it's been I wish I had more to give you guys after tipping on my bio link. I'm just so spent. You have to not allow dark thoughts in your mind. You have to banish them and replace them with good thoughts and good feelings, as in feeling the way you would if you were where you know you deserve to be. It's a hard exercise. It's not easy. But that is the method. You could say, I'm saying it's hard. It's hard to completely rely on the Lord in that if you are so unclean and you're resisting purity, then it's just an exercise of tempting the Lord like this. Save me. That's it. Just the Lord's going to save me. The Lord's going to save me. There it is. The Lord. That's it. The Lord's going to save me. It doesn't work like that, though. It doesn't work like that. You have to at least meet the Lord halfway. And I'm just putting that forth. Some people say that good works, deeds are meaningless. It's only faith in Christ. I'm not going to refute that. I'm not going to sit here and refute that sort of thing. But I mean, I feel that one must be pretty tremendous in his efforts at self-purification in the eyes of the Lord to be admitted into the holiest of holies. Like, you're not just going to walk in. You're not just going to walk in because I have faith. You just walk right in. I'm not going to say that that's not true because that's a heresy that I don't like. I wouldn't like participating in. But I would say that it must be a lifetime of purification. Know what I'm saying? How's that? I handled that one pretty well. That is worship, though. There it is. Stringer has a good one right here. Purity is rightful worship. That's what it is. It's the need. It's the motions, going through the motions, the suffering, the burning off with spiritual fire. It's very painful. And that is worship. That is prayer. But the training of feeling like you're where you should be will amplify whatever you are summoning, is what I'm saying. Isn't that good? Ooh, that's nice. I gotta get my water. Nah, I'll just drink puke. Yes. I think that's pretty decent. I'm pretty happy about tonight. Midnight ramen. Thank you, Charles. That grin, that was grin-inducing. Hey, thanks so much for the 10 months, pal. I think we really did it good tonight. I'm really happy about tonight. I'm so happy about tonight. Okay, boys, it's time for me to hit the dusty trail. I'm spent, so I'm just going to be saying nothing. 50 more likes, please, before I leave. Please, please, please. 50 more likes. Get me to 1,000, or it's like I didn't even do the stream. Please. But I got to roll out. Everyone, thanks so much. We got, tonight. I have crazy stuff written on here. No, I actually covered all this stuff. I suffer what I must. Testament to chaos. We covered everything I wanted to cover. Please like the stream. Please get us there. Please. Everyone, thanks so much. Much love. Really hit it up tonight. Thanks so much. So good. Keep on praying. Keep on knowing. Know this. Be there when Cartridge falls. Always remember. Thanks so much, everybody. Please like the stream after I get out of here. Oh, we got there. Dr. Gas, thanks for the 5 gifted memberships. We got there. Thanks so much. Thanks so much, everybody. Please keep liking the stream after we're out. Everyone, much love. Thanks so much. What a good one. I couldn't stream I was too messed up. Like I was going to go nowhere. You know, I couldn't get on. So I'm back. Rerun, thanks so much for the membership. I'm just being honest. Everyone, keep it real. Thanks so much. Much love. God.